A. Donahue Baker, CEO, co-founder of Money Avenue.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, we giving the game on fintech, on banking. I have A. Donahue Baker of Money Avenue, and he is going to give the game on how this is changing the way we bank. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well, Kellen. Great to be here. Great to be in your presence and your energy, brother. I'm loving it.
Oh, man, I thank you. I thank you. You know, iron sharpens iron, so it's just reciprocal. Man, give us the game on how you are changing how we can bank.
Yeah, one of the key things that we're looking to do is disrupt banking as we know it. We know that banking has stayed the same roughly for 100 years or so. What we're doing is creating a bank. It's a digital bank that will put money in your pocket as opposed to take money out of it. And that's really what we do at Money Avenue. We really focus on helping people to explore their entrepreneurial ambitions and their desires, helping to create more creators and also helping to create more real estate developers, right? And what we do and how we do it is really simple. We pretty much give people access to capital that they've never had before. So typically, we know in the United States, banks have been redlining many individuals out of home ownership. We have a unique underwriting criteria that allows you to get into real estate for sometimes 0% down. That's how we structure it, right? We allow you to also have access to capital to create a business. So every LLC that we have, we can fund you with up to $50,000 of business credit that is not connected to your personal credit profile. And in addition to that, all of our depository accounts, both personal and business, do not require fees. There's no minimum monthly fees. There's no, if you have we have a system where if you go over by $100, we actually spot you $100. We don't charge you for any bounce checks or anything like that. It's free banking. And also, you know, we're built on principles of creating generational wealth. So we have an incredible insurance product where you can get an insurance policy up to maybe $250,000 if you're between the ages of 20 and 35 for as little as $20 a month, right? Incredible insurance policy that just covers you in case of any demise or any negative thing should happen. But it's really, really important in our community. So these are what we're trying to do. We're trying to revolutionize the way you look at your bank and hope that we can reach as much people as possible.
Now, I can hear the old school banker saying right now, hold on. I didn't hear anything about, interest on loans and making money, and banks are in the business of making money. So talk about, how your company can give away this, but how will they also make money? If not, some folks will say this is too good to be true, or that you're going for sainthood, in your young age.
Nah, it makes perfect sense. So banks make between $1 billion. I'm talking about the big banks. They make between $1 billion and $1.5 billion every single month charging fees. In our business model, we don't charge fees. And you may say, well, how do we make money? It's very simple. We make money on our lending, on circulating more money in the community. So typically, a bank would make money on interest, deposits come in, and then there's interest to be paid. We're the same way. We actually lend our own money. We don't have a bunch of venture capital dollars pouring in at this particular point. We've built this multi-million-dollar business strictly on my experience and my co-founder's experience and our resources and our funds and our background in real estate. So not sure if you know, but my background started in real estate. I've built a portfolio of over 500 units in 3 different states in America. And what we want to do is help people to own a piece of the earth. That's one of the key things, the key covenants that we have, is to help people to own a piece of the earth. And the more people we help to do that, the more we're successful and we make money. So we have other products. We also make money off of the interest, but everything that we do is really to provide and improve financial literacy of our members.
And I also want to tell the audience, you didn't just come up with this idea. This man has experience. You can go on his LinkedIn. You can see that he's also a CPA. So he knows something about money, not just, you have these folks now, these internet sensations who are just talking money, money, money. And you're like, wait, I never heard of them. And sometimes, they might have big chains and rings on and look like, Ringling Brothers. and you're like, hold on.
You hilarious.
Yeah, any type of degrees or anything? Or are we just talking to talk because you showed up in a $300,000 car? But this man actually has the credentials to back it up. So, brag on that a little bit and let people know how deep you go into finance.
Yeah, so I am a CPA, 100%. But also, what makes us different is we have a license, right? We have a banking license. We're mortgage bankers. My partner also has a series of licenses. We don't want to jeopardize that, so we want to show people and assure them that your deposits are fully in safe hands in terms of they're fully FDIC insured, right? That's one of the key things that people worry about is their security, the security of their product. So everything that goes through our bank is fully FDIC insured up to $250,000. In addition to that, there's decades of experience. Our leadership group consists of people that have Series A, that raised millions of dollars. My co-founder was also a high-ranking executive at Dell Computers that worked closely with Dell, Michael Dell, who is well-renowned billionaire as well. So basically what we have is a system that allows you to replicate the successes of many people that we've worked with. Myself, I built this CPA practice, over the course of about 10 years. And through that process, I worked with what is a family office. Many people might not know what a family office is, but a family office really focuses on high net worth individuals. And that's my experience. And do you know what a family office is, Kellen? By the way, I don't want to go too fast. Do you know what it is?
I do. But I love that you explained it for those who might be 14 or 44 who don't. And now we're pulling them up and giving them the game. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. So let me quickly explain what a family office is. A family office is an institution that really does wealth management for high net worth individuals. And when I say high net worth, people that are worth over like $100 million. So if you have $10 million, you're probably not even on the family office radar. But if you have $100 million, they basically help you to manage your wealth, create more wealth. And while I worked at a family office, I learned some really, really important things. And I learned to look at money very, very differently and how we make it. One of the things that I took away from that experience was that generational wealth is really built on two specific things. One of them is you have to be involved with business in some shape, form, or capacity. The wealth that's created, most of the wealth that's created is created through some type of business. Then the second thing is real estate. And we all know the statistics that say that real estate, 90% of the millionaires that are in the country got their wealth through or invested somehow in real estate. Well, real estate is very, very important because it allows you to shield yourself from taxes, the IRS. And that's really one of the key things that we try to show at the bank, try to implement these policies and things that we've learned at the family office to the average person.
Now, have you found it difficult in, dealing with all of this money and this cash, and now you have your own company that says, I can invest your money, and you're trying to help your community? Have you found it difficult, where people say, well, I just don't know. And I didn't see you in Jet Magazine, or I didn't see you on Forbes yet. So how do I know I can trust this? Because I find that, Black folks sometimes have a hard time trusting Black folks, especially with their money, even in banking. We're just now seeing the One Uniteds and the Liberties getting the respect that they should have gotten. And I have loved the Black banks and have never had a bad situation, except one for business account, right? And I won't get into that, but do you find it difficult? Like, do you have to prove yourself over and over?
You absolutely do. Mainly because when you're Black, you get looked at from a perspective of outsiders. Spent a lot of time in Silicon Valley. It's the minority. And a lot of the venture funds are not going that way. A lot of the investment funds are not going that way. And that's part of the reason why I said I had to do this and I had to build Money Ave for my community. And part of what we do is give entrepreneurs and creative access to that capital that's coming from Silicon Valley, which if Silicon Valley was a country all to itself, it would be amongst the top 3 wealthiest countries in the world. Bottom line, right? So what we need to realize, and this is really what I try to tell people, is that we are living in the wealthiest country at the most wealthiest time in human history, and it's coming out of a particular area, and we need to tap into that. We need to get our fair share of what that is. So that's why I try to tell Game, if you have a business idea and you can combine that with technology, there's money out there for you. And as a bank, we want to tap you into those resources. That's why we do joint ventures. That's why we invest with other entrepreneurs and other real estate developers to help them to build these businesses so we can have more money coming into our community.
Now, people will hear bank and they'll say, okay, you're a bank. And of course, you try to discredit, something that is new and fresh. And so when people say, well, with your bank, can I transfer money to my friends? And can I use Zelle or do I have to use something else? Or if I want to do international transactions, like you and I off camera, we're talking about Africa. If I want to send, money to my bank in Africa or to a friend's bank in Africa, am I able to do that?
100%. So basically anything you can do on a normal bank with a wire transfer or bill pay, in Cash App, anything that you can do on a typical bank, you can do with Money Avenue. That's basically it. There's no drop off in technology. In fact, we consider ourselves more of a wealth building platform. That's really what we are, a wealth building platform, because we do so much more than a bank. We do, and like I said, investments, like we help entrepreneurs. We also do financial literacy. We have courses, things that can help you improve your financial literacy to ultimately make better decisions. In addition to that, one of the things that I'm also doing is we're going around to every NFL city in the United States. I have a show called Money Ave Mondays, and we talk to regular entrepreneurs, people like yourself. I'll be heading down to Florida soon. We basically jump into a SUV and we drive the city. We talk business, we talk networking. I mean, it's real grassroots, real organic interaction with our clients and our customers. And we've been able to grow significantly over the past year doing just that. In fact, we're the 9th fastest growing fintech in the country. We started 2020, didn't know COVID was coming. And even through COVID, we've been able to pick up gradually and provide tremendous service to the communities we serve. We're working on some really important relationships with a number of municipalities, right? We're doing some joint ventures with Newark, New Jersey, Mayor Raz Baraka. He has a program that's going to incentivize people to get jobs that are unemployed right now. We're funding that program. So a lot of different things that we're doing in the community that I'm really, really excited about.
And this is almost like people have nothing to lose because you're not charging, a monthly fee for someone to have an account, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's great about it is the fact that, we have programs. Some of the programs cost money, some of them don't. But one of the great programs and things that we believe in is that everyone has the capability to earn at least $100,000 a year, right? So through one of our partners, they have a training program that you don't even need a college education, a high school diploma, anything, but they will train you for 3 months. And at the end of that 3 months, you're guaranteed to make $100,000 salary working for their organization. So these are the type of programs that we bring in. You won't find this on a typical bank. You won't find this at Wells Fargo, Chase, JP Morgan, Citigroup, Bank of America. This is how we feel we're going to revolutionize banking as we know it.
Now, I need to know where on your site, because I missed that one, what that program is, because to me, that should be plastered with the diamonds, the gold dripping down on somebody like this, right? Because
Right.
$100,000 will change a lot of people's lives in their mind, at least. But where on your site can they find that so I can make sure we have that program, specially linked?
Yep. So we're a membership organization. So what we're doing right now is the site, our Money Ave site that we started in 2019, just offering services, just lending, doing things like that. We had to go through this legal and regulatory and compliance hurdle. Like we had to go through this process to get to the point where we can be approved by the FDIC. That process has culminated. We've gotten our approvals and we're going to be launching next month. So what you do to take advantage of that is you go to bankmoneyave.com, bankmoneyave.com. It's the same Money Ave site, but until we officially launch next month, you go to Money Ave, bankmoneyave.com, sign up, and then the sites will be merged, and we're doing a relaunch next month. And that's when we'll have an updated website and you can find everything. But we're a membership organization, a membership wealth building platform. All of our services are only available to members.
Okay, and let's talk about that membership fee, because people hear, okay, the banking is free, but there's a membership. And I want you guys to know we are recording this at the end of February. So when you hear this in March, I want you to make sure you go check out and see if it's available, because 100,000 in COVID times, oh man, how much your life will change. But how much is that membership?
The membership is free. Literally is free. Right. Okay. So our basic tiers is that we have products, we have courses, right? But everything that we have is really free for right now, right? Everything that we have is free. And, we may have other partners that come on and charge, but all the services that we're bringing right now is really grassroots, organic, value add services that can benefit our community.
What is the name of the program where if they sign up and they do the work, because they got to do the work, folks? It's not just click a button and you're making, your 10,000 a month. But what is the name of the program, and give us more detail about what they would learn to do this?
We have an educational curriculum. So when you sign up and get membership, you're going to see under our educational curriculum, there's many different options that you will have. Some of them will be free. Initially at launch, they will be free. But as we get more in depth, some of them may have a cost attributable to them. So once again, if you sign up at bankmoneyave.com, you'll get updates as these programs get online, and you'll have a detailed step-by-step process of how you can get these benefits.
Okay, and this is fresh, y'all, so I could keep pushing and say, tell us more, but you're going to have to see the final version on the website, because you already know if a brother speaks too much too soon and one little thing is adjusted, oh, man, hey, Donahue said I would be rich and
Facts.
Now, this whole interview, your whole business right now is about my next question, but I ask all of my guests, what is their community give back that they're doing or that they want to do in the future? You've already said a whole bunch. Is there any more that you are doing or that you want to do in the future?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we wanted, the basis from which we exist, is really how do we create more entrepreneurs, more real estate developers? So we have a business credit program that allows every LLC to get at least $50,000 of business credit that is not connected to their personal credit profile, which we believe that's the way we should be building business credit. That's the way that we should be investing in our companies. And $50,000 is more than enough to prove the concept of your business. Once you do that, we do other things like, once you have 2 years tax returns, we can qualify you for up to $1 million of lines of credit through various sources. We also have the ability, if your business is scaling, we also have the ability to joint venture with you. So this is, some of the great benefits that we have and offer at our bank that you won't find anywhere else.
And are those investments only for this country, or what if you're in the Caribbean, or if you are in one of the 54 African countries and say, hey, I'm an American, I want to live over there, and I see opportunity. Could I, get an investment, which is, high risk to most Americans because like Africa, could that be possible, or is it USA based?
It's primarily USA based for now. However, one of our partners, we've invested in a company that is overseas in Africa, Ethiopia in particular, that, an investment that we made in a company that was overseas because they had an incredible technology. So, we may be open at a particular time to do more real estate investments overseas in Africa. But right now, we're primarily investing in the domestic United States of America.
All right, you guys, and I had no idea he was going to say Ethiopia, salam and amasaganalo for everything that you've done. If you guys who are watching see my band, it says, this side says Ethiopia, this side says Kenya, Cameroon, I still love you, and all of Africa. So that is beautiful. Love to hear that. That was not planned at all, people. Hey, talk about your book. And, why they need to, if they don't buy it, need to request it from their local library.
Well, one of the things that I'm big on is generational wealth. And I think that if we don't make the sacrifices to pass wealth on to our children, give them a head start, we're behind the eight ball, right? So it all comes down to generational wealth. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I was able to create generational wealth from my family. So told you before, I have my one and only son. His name is Legacy. And, I did something for him at 2 years old that I would love for other people to do because it's not that hard, right? So one of the things I did is set up a trust for him. And I purchased a 6-unit apartment building in Newark, New Jersey. And that 6-unit apartment building, he becomes a apartment owner at the age of 2. He's 3 now, but what that apartment building is going to do for him is it's going to allow him, number one, to, when he gets old enough to go to college, if he chooses to go to college, it's going to pay for his college education outright, right? That's number one. Number two, it's going to allow him, if he chooses not to go to college, to not be forced into a career or something that he doesn't feel he has the God-given right or the abilities and passion to pursue, because he's going to have a steady income coming in every single month, right? And that will probably be, 20 years down the road, that's probably going to be a significant payout, right? So just something as simple as that gives him a head start in life. And we all should do that for our children.
Amen. And it's so possible if you just get financial literate, it to do something so they don't have to stand in that FAFSA line and wait for that refund check like it's the lotto. Man, Grambling days, I don't miss you, but I loved it.
So hold up, you went to Grambling?
Oh yeah, my wife and I went to Grambling.
Oh, that's why I didn't know that, man. That's what's up. I'm also a professor at Morehouse. So know very well about the Black college experience. It's an amazing experience.
That's funny. I do some guest lecturing at Grambling through a friend of mine who's a professor there. And I just in March will be speaking at Clark virtually. And I really do like to give back. I'm creating courses right now, but I want to do that because I know what we were missing at the HBCUs. And for all those HBCUs listening saying, look, and we're looking for a professor, I would love to do that because that's what they call me on Instagram, the professor of PR and consulting. So,
well, you gotta come down to Morehouse. I have a class. I would love to have you as a speaker, and you can talk about that. So yeah, we got to connect on that.
All you got to do is give me the date and it's done. And that's not Hollywood talk. That's real talk. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but you'll fit right in. So with that class that we have, the class is called Entrepreneurship and Black Wealth, right? So my thing is that I wanted to kind of like extend my network and not just do a class that's based on theory and have it boring. I wanted to have real world people that have achieved and really have social proof to come down and share their experience with the students. So last semester we had one of the founders of Fubu. We had a billionaire come down. We had Jermaine Dupree came down and spoke to the class. Shaka Zulu was there, who manages Ludacris, and also he's an executive at Spotify. We had an entrepreneur that created a business that just sold for $50 million. Right? We don't think about the exit strategy of a lot of our businesses, but he built the business up, sold it for $50 million. This semester we had E.T. I don't know if you know Eric Thomas. Yeah. He came and spoke to the class last week. We had Richard Lawson come down, who Richard Lawson is the husband of Beyonce's mother. So they opened up a theater, Waco Theater, out in California, which is thriving, doing a lot of great things for the community. So this is like the people that we like to definitely reach out and tap into people doing things in the community. And I think you fit the bill.
I appreciate it, and I'll be waiting for the date. You guys have got the game. We're going to take this offline and talk about even the next steps, because it does not stop here. With unity, we all win. So I'm going to ask Donahue to come on at some of my client shows as well. You guys been blessed. Make sure you check out the links in the description box. Peace. Thank you, brother.